The first character of the film is Hillary. She is a lone woman who works in a cinema called Empire as a stuff supervisor. She suffers from depression and she has history of hospitalization in a mental hospital. Now she is being treated. Due to her bad mental condition, she is sexually abused by the owner of cinema called Donald. Neil, Norman and Jenin are employees who work in cinema with Hillary. There is a closer relationship between Neil and Hillary, until a young black man comes to the cinema as a new employee who's named Steven. Hillary is responsible for Steven's job training. Hillary shows different part of cinema and gives some information about Stefan's job's duty. At the same time, Stefan notices the forbidden section of the cinema and asks her to visit there. This is cinema number 3 and 4, which is abandoned. The last floor of the cinema is an abandoned cafeteria that has become a bird's nest. Suddenly Steven sees the wounded bird and starts treating it. The next day, Steven and Jenin want to go to the dance party for New Year's night. Steven invited Hillary to accompany them, but she says, "I want to go to rooftop for watching firework." Steven's wrong behavior makes Hillary warn him. When she is in box office, Donald comes and offers Hillary for drink in his office and she accepts. He wants to have sex with Hillary, which Hillary does not accept, because he is married. But Donald convinces her and tells her that he has no relationship with his wife. He says about the release of the new movie called Chariots of the Fire with the presence of famous actors and government officials. He told Hillary about the decision to repair and expand the cinema. When she was closing the cinema, Steven arrived. And he told Hillary that he did not enjoy the party and preferred to go to the roof and watch the fireworks. They go to the roof together and have a drink. Hillary suddenly kisses Steven, but quickly regrets it and leaves. They go to the amusement park. Hillary encourages Steven for applying for university again. In those years, there was a lot of racial discrimination and he was ridiculed because of his skin color. Hillary, who has regained her lost confidence and a stronger personality due to her relationship with Steven, rejects Donald's repeated offers to go to her room. That evening, Steven tells her it's time to visit the birds and they go to the bird's nest together. Steven releases the bird. This moment is the beginning of a deeper relationship between Steven and Hillary. The intensity of the racist attacks escalates and makes Steven sad. Hillary tries to invite him to calm down. The doctor notices the improvement of Hillary's mental and physical condition in the new examination. Stefan buys a disc for Hillary as a gift, which makes her happy. They went to the beach together for a picnic. When they want to go home, Hillary says, "I will probably come early tomorrow to meet there." After the romantic date in the morning, Neil says to her, who is getting ready for work, "Take your private life from the bird's nest to your home." Hillary tells Steven that their relationship should not be a secret, but he says that's not a good idea. Steven's answer worsens Hillary's mental state and makes her not go to the cinema. Neil, who is worried about Hillary, tells Steven that he should visit Hillary. But she don't open the door. On the day of the release of Chariots of Fire, Donald gives a speech to the audience as the manager of the cinema. After that, Hillary goes on stage without coordination and talks about racial discrimination. She is talking to Donald while leaving the cinema. At this time Brenda, Donald's wife, arrived. Hillary tells her about Donald's sexual perversions and leave there. Neil, who is very worried about Hillary, asks Steven to go her home. And he accepts. Hillary's loud talk causes the neighbors to call the police. The police come to Hillary's house with a psychologist. They ask her to open the door. She is worried about Stephen and asks him to hide. And she gets ready to go with them by taking her luggage. Days pass and Stephen is alone. One day he meets his ex-girlfriend, Ruby, which causes their relationship again. Hillary returned to work after the treatment. And Neil, who is now the manager, prepares a party for her surprise. Suddenly their attention is drawn to the noise outside. They all go to the door of the cinema and face the racial discrimination march. Neil tells them close the doors. In the meantime, several people who had bothered Stephen before noticed his presence and attacked him. Stephen is taken to the hospital with Hillary. Stephen's mother, Delia, who is a nurse at that hospital, give Hillary the news of Stephen's health and thanked her a lot for her companionship. Hillary, who hesitates to go to meet Stephen, with Norman's encouragement does it. Delia thanks Hillary for making her son happy. Hillary's happiness caused her go to the cinema and ask from Norman for play the first movie that who like. When he came back to home from hospital, tells Hillary about his university admission in the field of architecture in another city. Stephen says goodbye to his mother and Ruby at the family dinner party. When saying goodbye, Hillary gives a book to Stephen and tells him to read it later. The trees are coming into leaf like something almost being said. The recent buds relax and spread. Their greenness is a kind of grief. They are born again and we grow old. No, they die too. Their yearly trick of looking new is written down in rings of grain. Yet still the unrest in castles thresh in full-grown thickness. Every May. Last year is dead. They seem to say. Begin afresh. Afresh. Afresh.